Well, last season, these two teams played each other in the SSL Cup final. This season, they play for somewhat different stakes, as the winner will remain in Division 1 in the SSL Major League. Hello, everyone. I'm Metafiction, and I am joined today by Summerstood.
Hey there, everyone. And yes, it certainly will be a match to watch as we have Jelahu Cosmico FC facing CD10 Nostitlan in the SSL Major League Division 1 playoff. I mean, there's no
Indeed.
love lost between both the clubs, especially from the Tenochtitlan side. Won't you agree, Meta?
Oh, absolutely. Honestly, it's like I said, last season they played in the SSL Cup final, and both of these teams have been itching. In a way, Jelahu kind of took CD Tenochtitlan's spot in the major division. Now the tables might be turned. Will Cosmico be able to remain in Division 1, or will Tenochtitlan be able to come back up at the first time of asking?
You never know. And it certainly is going to be a match to watch.
Oh, absolutely. Both of these sides, when they're on fire, they are beautiful to watch, and I'm expecting a really enthralling match today.
And here we go. Jelahu Cosmico starting things off. So,
In
Meta,
season 20. Hmm?
if you could if you could pinpoint one key player for each team, who would you pinpoint in each of CD Tenochtitlan and Jelahu Cosmico?
Well, for Cosmico, I think uh, honestly, may or may not be the most sung player, but Goku at like 2% has been at the center of a lot of Cosmico's attacks. They're on the wingback. You know me, I've always loved attacking wingbacks, attacking fullbacks, and at like 2%, whenever Cosmico come forward, so often at like 2% is one of the reasons why, charging forward up that right wing. And then, of course, for Tenochtitlan, there's plenty of players that can really turn the game. I think my favorite might be Hannibal Armaros, the former Reykjavik player in midfield there for Tenochtitlan. Again, not the most flashy player, but certainly a reliable player when on his day. And midfield battle is going to be so important to a match like this. Any bit of momentum really matters.
I mean, I kind of agree with you there with the Jelahu pick. I mean, even I would have picked Goku at like 2% as the key player for Jelahu at least this season. But as you rightly pointed out, for Tenochtitlan, there are many standouts. So for you, it was Hannibal Arbaros in the midfield. But at the same
Right.
time, we could definitely say that James Asprey joining CD Tenochtitlan gave something to them at the back as well. I mean, that's a top keeper over there.
Without a doubt, Asprey joining Tenochtitlan was one of the surprising moves of this season, but certainly has helped Tenochtitlan to this position. And honestly, such an important part of any successful team is a good goalkeeper. Obviously, it's not the only part, but you look at the Reykjavik dynasty from a few seasons ago, one of the big reasons, besides obviously the wealth of attacking talent, was uh, was Brickwall Jr. In the meantime, sorry to interrupt myself, but Dom Patterson has just opened the scoring for Tenochtitlan.
Just 10 minutes of play. I mean, big credit to Roger for intercepting it beautifully. And all Roger had to do was find the player who was making the run towards the goal. And in this case, it was Dom Patterson. So after 7 minutes of play, it's CD Tenochtitlan who taken the first blood.
And as you say, that is just down to the awareness of Roger, such an incredible instinct to just catch Okoro napping there and take the ball away.
Oh, 100%. I mean, now that the deadlock's broken, I mean, we could potentially see a goal fest over here because the dynamic of a game changes immediately when the score changes from 0-0 to say a 1-0 or 1-1. I mean, you could definitely see something happening over here. And as I say that, it's 2-0 for CD Tenochtitlan.
Well, speaking of something happening, what a moment this is for Tenochtitlan, the chance to get back in Division 2, and they have immediately answered the bell here. Elliott taking that great touch past that like 2%, and again it's Okoro trying to defend that, trying to tip that behind, but instead inadvertently tipping that past the keeper. Not a great start for Okoro or Cosmico, but Tenochtitlan really coming to play today.
They certainly are. But still, it's just 10 minutes gone by, and the lead is just by 2 goals here. So, I mean, we still have 80 minutes plus additional time of play. So anything can happen, really.
Oh, absolutely, especially in a high-stakes match like this. You never can quite predict how it's going to end up. And Cosmico looking to get their own back here. Chauvier sending it all the way back to Mobeck in goal.
I mean, the first 15 minutes, as far as XG is concerned, it's just been one-way traffic from CD Tenochtitlan. But Goku at like 2% right now, on the right, trying to make things even, but beautiful interception there by Cesar Pinkman.
And it's like I was saying earlier, at like 2% is so important to this Cosmico attack as that shot held by Asprey, but at like 2%, such a critical part in bringing the ball forward and finding that cross at the end line. To the extent that Cosmico is going to be able to get something today, I would look for them to be a huge part of it. Without their influence, this Cosmico attack, while still potent, does lose a certain extra dimension.
Elliott with the corner. Unlucky there for the CD Tenochtitlan players.
And again, as you said, Summer, it is just one-way traffic. These teams, well, this ball will not stay out of the Cosmico defensive third, as there's another corner for Tenochtitlan.
Caetano taking the corner now. Finds Elliott Da Silva. Blood flame now. Finds Da Silva. Beautiful stop there by Mobeck. So quick reflexes to deny the third goal for Tenochtitlan. But at the end of the day, we see again another corner.
Bloodflame taking a pretty dangerous shot from outside the area, but that one was right at Mobeck. Not quite what Tenochtitlan need to make it 3-0, but here's Monroe trying to get behind Bruera-Strangine with the timely tackle to knock that behind for a corner.
Monroe had to take the shot. They had to convert this chance because it's a game of fine margins, and if you don't take chances like these, it'll hamper Gelau Cosmico's quest for victory in this game.
Without a doubt, and that was a massive chance. I mean, credit to Bruera-Strangine for getting back the way they did, but if I'm Monroe, you've got to pull the trigger a little quicker on that shot.
And it's yet another CD Tenochtitlan corner. With Elliott taking it. Ball back with Elliott. Now Bruera-Strangine from the left takes it back. Oh my goodness! Tenochtitlan player Bruera-Strangine scores their second goal of the season, and after 25 minutes, it's 3-0 for CD Tenochtitlan, and they've just been dominating possession. in this first half so far.
Well, they went from making that huge intercession really, at the other end of the pitch, and now they've scored one. A huge sequence there for Barrera Estrangin. Such a strong player and another unsung hero of that Tenochtitlan back line. And a really good time for them to show up. Mizukana, though, just missing wide.
I mean, at this level of football, you have to take these sort of chances and convert them if you want to stay alive in this competition.
No argument here, and we've already seen one massive chance for Cosmico just not taken advantage of. That shot from Monroe that preceded that Barrera Estrangin goal. If that goes in, this match could be very different right now. Especially with as few chances as Cosmico have had so far.
I mean, interestingly enough, Tenochtitlan have taken 8 shots so far, and 9 shots if you include that free kick, and they've had 6 shots on target. Whereas for Gela Cosmico, they've taken 7 shots, but none of them so far have been on target. So while they are trying to come up with something attacking, it just isn't working for them in this first half.
Well, we're nearing halftime, and they are going to have to adjust something at the half to try and get shots on target, because I'm pretty sure you can't win a soccer game without too many shots on target, no matter what Arsenal will tell you. I'm sorry, I had to.
You just had to, didn't you? You just had to go there, didn't you?
I can neither confirm nor deny. In the meantime, in the game that matters right now, we are very close to halftime, and Tenochtitlan, you can't overstate how well they've come to play. Here's Bloodflame trying to fish for a fourth. It was Roger who wins the corner there, and they're trying to get one more before the half, and that, you don't want to say any match is over in this league, but that would make it very difficult for Cosmico to mount a comeback.
I mean, it's halftime, and after the first 45 minutes, it's CD Tenochtitlan 3, Gela Cosmico 0. Courtesy of the wonderful football we've seen from CD Tenochtitlan over the course of the first half.
It has genuinely been a joy to watch some of these moves, and I think the standout play, reasonable people can disagree, but I can't stop going back to that sequence where Barrera Estrangin, the last player back, blocks that shot from Benjamin Monroe, and then just a couple minutes later at the other end of the pitch, weaves around the defender and just absolutely blasted in the net. Barrera Estrangin really just on fire today, both defensively and on the attack. They don't usually get that many goals. I believe you said that was their second of the season, but just really coming up when Tenochtitlan needs them most.
I mean, you won't hear any arguments from me, at least for that statement. But Munro now tries to take a shot, but Aspi saves it. And we see...
Again, I can't quite get that where it needs to be, and that corner ends up in the arms of Asprey. That was their first shot on target, though, so it is a step in the right direction. And I just need to see if they can get one past one of the top keepers in the SSL right now.
Beautiful.
And that's certainly not going to help. Mizukana looked like went down with an injury, but I guess is okay to play on.
I mean, that was a beautiful speech. Piece of sportsmanship shown there by both sets of players. I mean, immediately kicking the ball out when you see a player injured. I mean, good to see this sort of stuff happening.
Absolutely, and I think SSL is one of the best in that regard, one of the more professional, in the sense of professional courtesy leagues in that regard. Just there's obviously this game is important, but you never want to see somebody hurt, even if they're on the other side of the pitch to you.
Blood Flame now? And that was an inch perfect tackle from Samson Okoro. But what does that mean now? It'll be another Tenochtitlan corner.
I think if you're Okoro and you've had the game they've had so far, with that being pickpocketed for the first goal and then accidentally deflecting in the second, they needed something like that, and that was a really good way to try and get their head back in the game with that challenge.
And it really looks like Tenochtitlan are just playing for corners here.
Well, it is one of the most important parts of the current SSL game. So many teams trying to get as many set piece opportunities as they can. Often that means corner kicks, but it'll also mean free kick situations. Set piece is so important to the modern game, and you really can't fault a team for making it a big part of their game plan.
I mean, I am pretty happy that no one, at least, I mean, no team gets criticized for playing for set pieces, at least in the SSL. But
well, we also don't see players body checking opposing goalkeepers in the SSL, so that might have something to do with it.
I mean, I just had to get that. I just had to get that, and I apologize.
I promise that's my last Arsenal joke for this video. Anyway.
Asprey now for Tenochtitlan. Passes to Brewer Estrongian. Back to Asprey. I mean, we've just got some 25 minutes of play still left to go in the second half. And, I mean, looking at all things considered, Tenochtitlan are playing very comfortably right now. I mean, all they have to do is just defend their 3-goal advantage here. Or, who knows, score another one. In the meantime, and as I see that, Elizabeth Bloodflame shoots it just over the goal.
Well, how about that? Such a close shot. And you don't want to say a match is over prematurely, especially in this league, but you have to wonder how Cosmico can come back with this little time left, just under 20 minutes plus added time. A 3-goal deficit is very significant to overcome in that space, especially if they keep conceding corners as they have just done again.
Tado finds Elliot. Elliot takes a shot. Johnny Elliot scores the 4th for CD Tenochtitlan. I mean, what a goal from Johnny Elliot. And it certainly looks like there was a slight deflection after Elliot taking the shot. Again from Okoro, I believe. But fair play to Tenochtitlan. After 72 minutes, it's 4-0. And it certainly looks like it's all over in this game of football.
Disregard everything I just said. Now it does seem very much unlikely, especially with a miss like that. Cosmico, again, having a really good chance to get something on the board and just missing wide. That's been the story of the day for them.
Emerson now, back to at like 2%. Who tries to take a shot at the goal, just couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it properly.
Or it does send in the corner, but that's sent all the way back almost to the halfway line. Pinkman with a huge clearance there. Cosmico coming forward again to try and get something on the board at the very least. And Chevalier, well, that's a souvenir, is what that is.
Gaetano, and another CD10 of Stetlan corner. The ball is back with Elliot. Tries to take a shot, but at least this time Mobek was attentive and the ball did not take a deflection, so Mobek saved it and it will be another Tenochtitlan corner.
And this one looked like it was clear. Bruera Strangin with an absolute laser. A good save, though, by Mobek. Hasn't really been able to show it today, but Mobek, one of the unsung keepers in this league, certainly better than this scoreline would suggest, in my opinion.
We've seen an offside call successfully happen against any team in this game after such a long time.
Work trying to get around to Silva and almost does, but a good block there. Cross goes in and Mizukana just over the bar. And they're getting in the right positions, Cosmico. They just can't finish today.
Chevalier now finds it like 2%. Munro, can he take shot? I mean, this sequence of play has been Jelahu Cosmico for the entirety of this match.
In the corner, falling into Asprey's arms, and again, another really good chance that's sort of just comes to nothing. This time it was a good block there by the defender, but again, Cosmico having so many potential shots on goal just coming to nothing, whether by bad misses or last-second blocks. You get the sense that they should be closer. They should have at least one or two on the board, but for whatever reason, just haven't been able to make it work so far.
Guru now passing it off to Chevalier. Moretti now finds Warwick on the left. Warwick sends in Kuniki now to Chevalier. But the shot goes over the goal. Kuniki Tarel again. But Tarel was in an offside position.
And you just saw the XG chart very briefly. Cosmico have been just about, well, not necessarily keeping pace, but haven't been a million miles off of CDT. But the difference on the scoreline just really tells the story. Cosmico, again, getting some good chances, but unable to finish, and that is going to be a big reason that, as it stands, they are going to be playing in Division 2 next season. Certainly a team that can hang with Division 1 teams on their day, but today was not their day.
I mean, Jelahu so far have taken more shots than CD10 of Stritlan. But when it comes to shots on target, it's CD10 of Stritlan who clear it off by a huge margin.
At the end of the day, that's what matters, getting those chances and making them count. And that's a big reason why CD Tenochtitlan will be playing in Division 1 next season. Victorious today, 4-0 over Jelahu Cosmico.
And that's it, folks. It's, as Meta rightly pointed out, it'll be CD10 of Stritlan and Liffey-side Celtic, the original two teams that got relegated from the Division 1, Majors Division 1 last season, up to light up everyone's homes and light up the league from next season onwards. So this promotion relegation playoff, it's CD Tenochtitlan who come out as winners against Jelahu Cosmico FC, and they do it fantastically by a scoreline of 4 goals to 0.
Well, you simply cannot give enough credit to CDT. They knew what they needed to do, and they came out guns blazing. Those first two goals within 10 minutes, really setting the tone for the match. Player of the match was Johnny Elliott for that brace. What a performance overall, though, by the team from Mexico City, and they will be in with a chance of winning the Division 1 title next season just by virtue of being in the division. As for Cosmico, they return back to Division 2, but we've seen that they have been a class apart. I don't expect them to stay back down there very long. I think next season they'll be in with a really good chance of coming straight back up.
I don't disagree with you there. So, with the promotion relegation playoff finally, showing us with the result, it'll be Hollywood FC, União Sao Paulo, CF Catalonia, Reykjavik United, TD Tenochtitlan, and Lefiside Celtic, who'll be your Division 1 teams in the next season.
And both Tenochtitlan and Celtic, such good teams. They played really well this season in Division 2, and I think they're going to really shake up Division 1, especially after this past season. We had some really unexpected results. Catalonia making a brief but memorable run toward the title. Reykjavik very nearly getting relegated. There's a lot of potential for next season to be one of the most exciting yet, and I'm not just saying that as a commentary platitude. Really, there is no telling what will happen next season.
Certainly don't know. And that indeed is the beauty of the Major League, or should I say, of SSL overall in general. But as we said, in Division 1, those will be the teams. Then what about Division 2 of Majors next season? Well, it will be Shanghai Dragons, Yahoo Cosmico, CA Buenos Aires, AC Romana, Tokyo SC, and Schwarzwalder FV will be competing for that Division 2 title and that promotion pot.
Well, Shanghai was a title contender last season, season 24, I believe, and I think it was a shock for just about everybody to see them drop. I think there's one of two options here. Either this will light a fire and see them absolutely demolish Division 2 next season, or this might be the straw that broke the camel's back. It'll be very interesting to see if they can cope with being in a lower division. I think they have the talent. I know they have the talent to come right back up. The question is, will they be able to? After all, Division 2, a completely different kettle of fish compared to Division 1.
There are some interesting matchups, interesting storylines, and interesting rivalries that will be proving apart in both Division 1 and Division 2 next season of the Major League. So just stay tuned and watch our coverage of the Major League Division 1 and Division 2 from next season on. And we promise you it'll be a fun ride, regardless of if you watch a Division 1 or a Division 2 game. Because at the end of the day, it's football at its finest here in the Major League and in the minor leagues. So, what more can I say?
I don't know that there is much more to say, apart from the fact that this has been an incredible season, and we're looking forward to seeing you, as my partner said, joining us for the Major League next season, season 26. Of course, still a few more matters to be taken care of before that, but it's been a phenomenal Major League season, and season 26 is going to be just as, if not more so, exciting and just absolutely enthralling. And we hope you'll join us for that. But until then, thank you for joining us this season in the Major League. This has been Metafiction.
And I am Summerstood. Thank you for joining us in this coverage. And we sure hope to see you to join us in our upcoming coverages as well. Thank you, folks, and have a great day.
Take care, everyone.